Morning. Every so often, something new comes along that really catches my eye. Something that I feel like maybe is a gun that I want to have for myself. I own a lot of guns, and obviously I own a gun store. I can rotate stuff in, out, do what I want with it. I've had a lot of single stack nines. For quite a while now, I've been carrying an LC9S, the striker fired version, in the Pro, which is the non-safety. I've carried a Shield, a Taurus 709 Slim, which I think I ended up putting over 6,000 rounds through, and a buddy of mine is still shooting it to this day. It's been an unbelievable gun. And several others. I've had a lot of smaller, what I would call compact nines. They're not quite as small, obviously these are 380s, but they're small guns, single stack. But this Honor Guard came along, which is made by a company called Honor Defense. And it's a new company. I understand it's veteran owned and a big supporter of the veterans. In fact, on the box it says, if you can read this, thank a veteran. I understand maybe even a part of their proceeds, although I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that a little bit of their proceeds even go to support the veterans. So I think they're a great company. Anyway, the Honor Guard, I guess, is kind of their first in a series. I think they're going to have another gun coming out shortly too. This one's in 9mm. It's the same profile and size. In fact, I actually put the laser, the Viridian green laser from a Shield on this. It's the same size, same trigger guard shape and everything as the M&P Shield. The gun weighs just a little bit more. I think that's because it may have a little bit beefier slide. The slide's serrated front and rear. The sights on this are incredible. They're made with a slope on the back and a square edge on the front, so that in an emergency situation you could cock it on a table or on your belt or something if you had for some reason to operate it one-handed. It does have a slide release button, which is ambidextrous, and on the model with a safety, I understand it's going to have ambidextrous safety too. This one does not have a safety. I'm dying to go out and shoot this today. Comes with two mags. One I believe is an 8-rounder. Yes, this one says 8. The other one's a 7-rounder. Does not have the extension on the bottom of it. I'm pretty used to curling my little finger, so that's not going to matter much to me. But I've oiled this gun up, and I'm going to take it out and shoot it, reliability test it, see what it's like, and then I'm going to probably get rid of my LC9S and carry this. This gun is factory stippled. I don't know how well you can see it in the film or not. I'm kind of leaning forward there, but it just has a lot of nice touches. You know, a lot of guys buy a Glock and then they pay to have it stippled, which I think is a bad move, because ultimately if you go to sell the gun and you're not looking for a guy that wants it stippled, that likes the way that one was done, you've lowered the price of your gun quite a bit. This one's factory, so every one of them's uniform, looks the same. It's a nice job, won't hurt the value at all. Anyway, I'm going to run shoot this, and then when I get done, I'll come back on and give some final thoughts on the gun. A little windy out here, sorry about that. This is the Honor Guard, Honor Defense's new gun. This does not have the standoff on the frame. And like I say, I'm going to take a few shots at the metal here and see how it runs. It's just some cheap Fiocchi ammo. I have a lot of trouble with Fiocchi, so if the gun doesn't run, I'll switch it to something else. Going to run the honor guard again. I had one failure to operate a while ago. It actually was not the gun. It was the Fiocchi ammo. It was a primer strike. I've got the round. I'll show you when I do the follow-up at the house. But the primer was struck solid. It just did not go off. So that was not the gun. But anyway, I'm going to run a couple of blanks through it. Amazingly good shooting gun. Again, no problems with the gun other than I did have the one that did not go off with the Fiocchi ammo. I hate to sound like a Fiocchi hater, but I'm a Fiocchi hater. So anyway, I'll see you with some final thoughts on the gun back at the shop. Okay, as you can see, that was a very, very reliable shooter. That gun had one failure to fire at the range. That was with Fiocchi ammo, and I don't know that you can see this on here, but the primer was very definitely struck. It's a nice deep indentation. Should have went off. I kicked the round out, picked it up. You can see it's unfired, although the primer has been hit. Fiocchi, I think, is an Italian word that means dog manure. I just cannot stand their ammo. I've never had any luck with it at all. That's my personal opinion. If you're a Fiocchi lover, I'm sorry. Don't mean to get anything going there. I have nothing but problems with Fiocchi ammo. Got a car P380. It won't feed it at all. Like I say, the only problem I had all day with this was with Fiocchi ammo, and we ended up running about 350 rounds through this gun. Between me and my buddy. I shot it at the at paper targets that give good groups. It was kind of rainy out there, and I couldn't see great, but I got good groups out of on the paper. Shot it at the silhouettes, shot it down at the metal drop plates. I mean, I just had a ball with this gun, and I'm definitely going to rotate it in as my carry gun when I don't carry a small 380. Now, normally, excuse me. Normally, I am a 380 guy just because they're so easy to carry in your pocket. But this is a gun, like I say, that I think I'll move into it. It's like all of them. It's a very simple gun to take apart. You lock the slide back. Of course, you make sure everything's empty. There's a takedown lever right there. You rotate it. You bring the slide forward, and it comes apart. You do not have to pull the trigger on this, which is nicer than some guns. Put it back together, you just reverse it, you lock the slide back, flip the lever up, let the slide back down, you're ready to go. It's a real simple gun. It's a gun that's built for a shooter, not a collector. It's not a beautiful gun, but yet as black plastic, carry guns go, I think it's a very attractive one, but clearly it doesn't have a deep royal blue or anything. It's a parkerized finish. It's an affordable gun. It's a few dollars higher than the Shield, but it's considerably cheaper than the Glock 43. That's the class of gun it competes with. Take a look at it, Honor Guard. I think they're a great company. I understand they're coming out with a bigger one that's going to be a dual stack, higher capacity gun, a little bigger, probably along the lines of the Glock 19. I'm sure at some point they'll also move into the 40 calibers and other guns, but if you're looking for a gun in a single stack 9, I don't make a penny on any. I don't even monetize my videos on here. I think this is a real good gun for you, and I mean, I'll never intentionally steer you wrong. I'll never tell you something that I don't believe is the truth. Like I say, I don't make any money off of this. I do it because I like doing it. I used to build holsters, and I sold holsters through my videos, but this now is strictly just to help you out. So Anyway, like I say, Honor Defense is the company. Honor Guard is the gun. I understand they make one with a frame standoff on it. I didn't like the looks of it, didn't want that, but you know, there again, that's a personal thing. Anyway, thanks for watching my videos. I'll try to get some more going pretty regular now so that you got something new to look at. Anyway, you guys take care.